Hello. Right there. How are we all doing? Let's see here. We are live. Okay, dope. Oh shit, I forgot to put a very important thing on the list. Actually, really important. Where do I put it? I'll put it right here at the top here. Hang on 1 second. Clacky keys. And I think there was something else, but I can't remember. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right, let's get into this because my head hurts. All right, so let's go. Thank you all for joining in. Appreciate that. Or if you watch it later, thanks. Appreciate it. Let's go here. Boom. Dope. All right. So tried to do this introduction yesterday and the fucking mic was over there, so I'm going to do it again. This is the MJS Daily Recap. I talk about what I do every day, all the experiences that I have, and just everything that goes on because I like to make content about that, and hopefully 1 or 2 people can learn some shit. And if you ever have any questions, let me know. All right, I'm still working on that, so let's get into it. All right, today was a hell of a day. Obviously, there's a lot of shit written here. I'm going to go through it as fast as possible because I need to go to sleep. First thing that I did was I've been waiting for this for a while, actually. I heard about this on the Joe Rogan podcast probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this was pretty amazing. I would highly recommend you go look at this if you didn't see it. What the hell? I will drop a link in here. I think this is the FBP channel. You can see that I'm subscribed to that, but let's look. David Blaine. Balloons. Yeah. This is actually it right here. I could probably... No, I can't. Okay. Copy link address. There you go. Free publicity for David Blaine. But basically, I'll briefly explain that. I watched that. It was an event that was scheduled for a long time, and what he did, if you didn't hear about it on like the news or some shit, or if you didn't watch it, he basically got like this rig of balloons, and he floated up with the balloons. It was kind of like little, like it was harnessed in sort of and stuff like that, but he floated up with balloons, not like a hot air balloon, like, you know, like Up, the movie Up, where it just floats up. And it was pretty cool. He floated like 25,000 feet and then, you know, parachuted down. It was kind of cool. Maybe not, I don't know if it was better or worse than like holding his breath underwater for like 25 minutes, but I'm not like a super crazy David Blaine fan, but those things, you know, those feats of human capacity or whatever is pretty interesting to me. So I watched that. That was pretty good. Enjoyed that. And then this was later in the day, but I should probably just put it in here now. So like I watched that, and then like I was feeling like okay, and like right in here, like right after, like I was kind of doing the FBP process for FBP 55, which you should also go look at that. I will absolutely promote that. This one right here, you should go take a look at that. Wow, 16 views. That's pretty solid. Paste it, you bastard. Go take a look at that one. That is our most recent one with Jesse Steckley, a return guest, Alex Hurst, and Christian Rohr. It's a friend group. They've been friends for a very long time. Obviously, I know Jesse very well, and the other 2 dudes are great. So that was a tremendous episode. Got that up, and I was kind of late with that, so that was kind of annoying. Just kind of dropped the ball there because yesterday I wasn't feeling it, and like I just started really late, and then I finished the edit last night at like 3 a.m. and I let it render as I was sleeping, and then I woke up. And I've said this before, but on YouTube, when you upload a 4K video, it literally takes so long for it to process just to get on this thing. And then I think it was late. It's not the end of the world, but that was annoying for me. But it was late, and then, like I said, right now it's probably like in HD, but it wasn't earlier, so I didn't promote it and all this stuff. So if you actually do look for those, you probably haven't seen it yet. So I will be promoting that first thing tomorrow morning because it'll be all ready to go and everything like that, and I just tired as fuck, and I don't know if it matters when I post this stuff, but it was a good episode. So again, that link in the description there, or the comments there, that's the most recent FBP episode. Took care of that. But then like something happened today. Like I just felt like shit for some reason, like not COVID sick, so no, not like that, but like just like kind of like a little foggy and stuff. And I know why. I'm pretty sure why. Like I had a really long weekend. I was working. I filmed 2 podcasts, and then then this week has just been kind of like the same shit. And like I stay up too late playing Warzone, and then I wake up late, and it's just a big clusterfuck. So I need to stop doing that. So I'm literally going to sleep as soon as I get off of here. But the rest of the day, that's kind of why I didn't promote it and stuff like that, and a bunch of things. But I did a bunch of other things, which I will talk about, and had a bunch of other experiences. But while we're here, I watched The Founder, and I meant to make a post about this. I will make one tomorrow, just for people, if anybody cares. But it's called The Founder, and why not? We'll just look at everything. It is, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm pretty sure this is Michael Keaton, right? Yeah, Michael Keaton's in it. I like Michael Keaton. I don't know if anybody has a bad thing to say about him or whatever, but seems like a pretty good actor. But regardless, this is like the story of Ray Kroc, and like how he, I don't want to like spoil anything if you don't understand the story about McDonald's, but I didn't. But bottom line is, this is like the story of McDonald's and how it came to be and everything like that. I would highly recommend this if you're interested in like movies that are based on true stories, because this is, I mean, I don't know what it got. What did it get? 7.2. I'm not a movie critic by any means, so don't take my word for it. But I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly, so I would highly recommend that. Check that out. Normally I don't watch movies. I have to preface that. Normally I don't watch movies. I don't watch like a lot of content other than like YouTube stuff. But I was just feeling like shit, and I was literally just laying on my bed, and I was just like watching that. So that was good. I enjoyed that. Once in a while I like to watch a good biography like that, like Steve Jobs, Social Network. I really like those stories. Then I got approved for Elementor affiliate stuff. So Elementor is like a tool that you use in WordPress to build these websites. Like I used it to build like Find a Tech here. So this is actually the I'm just promoting everything tonight. This is my company that I build websites with. Don't judge me harshly on this website, because truthfully it's not like where I'd like it to be, because I haven't looked at it in a while and I haven't done a lot of great things with it. So I am a little upset about that. But I've just been prioritizing other things, and I'm one person. So, but this is the company that I built all the websites with. And if you go to like, this is probably like the most important thing here. And there's also other ones that haven't been added to this yet, because they're not fully finished. My site, Fueled by Progress, a lot of other ones. But like if you go to our work here, you can kind of see some of the ones that I've done. So this is one for a client. This is one for Burhan. I don't know if he's on here, but my buddy, he has a cleaning business. This is my grandma's restaurant. This is my like parent company thing. This is obviously AM to PM. This is Jesse's company, Tech Neighbor. This is a company of a guest that has been on AM to PM, Lindsay Dew, and this is a client as well. So like, and then I did a little bit of video production. I figured I'd just throw this in here. But honestly, like, if I'm using this as like a technology portfolio, I make all these fucking videos now, so like they could all technically be in there, but it doesn't matter. That this is stuff that was kind of done through this company, this I don't know, this face, this business, whatever. So but yeah, so take a look at that. Like I said, it's not the greatest, haven't looked at it in a while. It's not my main focus, but I utilize everything here to do a lot of other shit. And one of the things that I want to do, I would love to do this. I love to teach people how to make websites. Like I like to make them, but I don't like to make them for other people per se. I do, but I don't. I've had some, really good experiences here, but like I just enjoy sites that like I know what the fuck I'm doing, like, the ones for me, because it's just easier to like, okay, I see something and I do it, rather than going back and forth with clients and stuff. But I'm putting actually most of the blame on myself. So, that's just what I have going there with Find a Tech. And like I said, the main reason that I bring that up is because if I was going to do WordPress and website building, like teaching, which I've kind of done for a couple people, I've definitely taught people how to make websites, just not like as part of that business. There's this tool, Elementor, that has provided me a lot of, help in building that. And I'm now part of the affiliate program. So I could market that to people and then they use it and then I get money for it. So it's a potential stream of revenue. It costs nothing for me to get into. And yeah, so that was cool. And then next thing I did was I received the Sony new memory card thing that's in the camera right now. It's whatever. Hopefully it helps with overheating and all sorts of shit. Hopefully it's bigger. It's like 256 gigs, so that's kind of cool. Nothing crazy there. Paid for my car insurance. That was $300. That was nice. Which is probably pretty low. I think that's 6 months, and there was like a discount or COVID or something like that, and I'm still in my parents' insurance, so riding out all the benefits as long as I can. Okay, do we need to talk about this? All right, so I don't want to put this dude on blast because I don't know him and he doesn't know me, but I'm gonna not like bring up any information. I'm not gonna say like who he is because it doesn't really matter. He's no one around here, lives like in the Midwest, but I'm gonna explain a situation. And I'm gonna explain some numbers and like my experience today and the past couple days, and I'm gonna see if anybody gives a shit, and also just to kind of document it because like I need to literally talk this out. Okay, so there is a guy on Instagram. Okay, he is literally probably younger than me. Like he's probably between the ages of 19 and 21. Okay, I don't know. I could probably figure it out, but I just didn't. Okay, so it's between the ages of 19 and 21. He followed me a long time ago. Probably I don't know when I started all this or something like that. He probably literally typed in like hashtag entrepreneurship or some shit and then just like found one of my posts or something and then just follows people, because he definitely reached out to me. He's one of those people that seem like he reaches out to people to try to interact with people, which is no problem with that, right? But and let me preface again, this story isn't really about him. He's the example. I do this a lot. I like to see a situation with a specific person and not attack them, but like talk about the situation and the things that I'm seeing. So bear that in mind as I continue to use him as the example. He has almost 100,000 followers on Instagram. He has 26 current posts. I realize he could have deleted, archived them, whatever. He gets about 1,000 likes per image, like per post, and maybe like 10 to 25 comments or something like that. And he follows about like 2,000 people or something like that. Like I said, I'm one of them, and he's messaged me a couple times. And specifically why I'm talking about this is he messaged me the other day and he's like, hey, how are you doing? What do you have going on and stuff like that. And I'm like, I kind of like whatever, but I do like to talk to people. I want to kind of get a bigger network and stuff like that. So I tell him like, I'm really focusing on 2 podcasts, my personal brand, building websites, like all these things or whatever. And he's like, how's it all going? I'm like, I'm really enjoying it. It's stressful, but I'm really enjoying it. A lot of fulfillment and stuff like that. And then he's like, how's it all, like, how's it going? Like, what's your future plans? And stuff well, I mean, truthfully, I really like everything I'm doing, but I can't do it all myself. I'm going to need somebody to and I'm going to have to act on this again very soon. Like, I'm going to have to get somebody to help me with the video editing or something like that, because I can't continue to do it the way that I'm doing it, because it's just too much time. I'd like to get some of that back. And he's like, okay, well, hey, if you want, we can hop on a call and we can talk about, I'll give you some free value type stuff. And like, I'll talk about some strategies that I've used to scale my company. Now, here's where I need to pump the brakes, because I don't want to just like jump the gun and like play, like rip this kid to shreds, because I don't know him. So like I did do that. Like I was like, first thought is like, dude, there's no fucking way that you know what the fuck you're doing. Like that's not to sound demeaning, but there's got to be too many people. Exercise ball on Thursday, buddy. We got a pink one. We're getting a red one. Yeah, we're not there yet. But yeah, so this dude, okay, I have a ton of problems with the way that he's doing it. And again, maybe I should talk to him just about like what the fuck he's doing, because I'd be more than happy to talk to him. Here's the thing. I hate when people try to fucking sell me, okay? And it's probably my problem, because like I'm not salesy enough, I don't think. Like I showed you the website development company. I'm not actively trying to get more people to buy shit. Like when we have shirts and stuff, like I'm gonna like, oh, here's a shirt, $20 or what, like whatever the fuck, and hopefully that'll be a little different exchange. But like my experience with website stuff, it's just turned me off so much from like salesy stuff. Like there's definitely a better way to do it, I want to say, but I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still learning, because I'm just trying to give people good advice. Not even good advice, just tell people what I'm doing and the experiences that I've had, and hopefully they can get some good shit out of that, or they can ask me further questions and I'd be more than happy to help. That's really where I'm at with a lot of the stuff. So the problem that I have with this guy is like he's and just people like this is like he's offering free value, but I know there's like a sales thing behind it. And the bigger part is not just on the surface. Like I dug in. I was like, okay, you got 100,000 followers on Instagram, huh? That's kind of sketch, because like it's definitely possible, but like if people know you, it's just a personal account. Like it's not, it's probably like a professional account, but it's him, right? So stay with me on this. Like, if I had 1,000 followers or 100,000 followers on Instagram, you would think that I would have somewhere near that on the other platforms if I was branding somewhat properly and I was actually doing it like a way that made sense to build a brand. You know, you follow what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you need to be on every fucking platform. I'm not saying you need to have like 1 million followers on fucking Reddit or whatever, like some shit that like nobody really gives too much of a shit about. Like, what I'm saying is, like, at least on Instagram, and I dug in, like I said. So he has a Facebook page. He has a Twitter. I don't know if he has. I don't remember if he had anything else. But like, he didn't have anywhere. Like, it was literally in the hundreds, right? So that was kind of like a red flag for me. Like, did he buy all these fucking followers? And again, that's not even the point. But the point is, like, that's concerning to me, right? Like you know, yeah, he bought those followers. Yeah, George. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on there? Like, how does that even make any sense? So I looked through the followers a little bit. I'm like, whatever. So again, not trying to attack him, but I'm trying to tell the story and put my spin on it. And honestly, like I said, I should probably talk to the dude and just fucking have a conversation with him. It's just, I don't even like being in those situations where, like, I know at the end of the call, it's like, hey, bro, you want to buy my $500 fucking course? Because that's what he has. He has like a $200 course. He's got a $500 course with personal coaching. Like, dude, you're fucking 19. Like, I'm not trying to shit on young people, but like, don't do like I don't want to. I actually have trouble telling people, like giving people advice sometimes, because I feel like I haven't done anything yet. This dude hasn't done anything, and he's like trying to give out advice. Like, what the fuck? You know, it seems like, and like literally, I was actually gonna respond to him. I was like, listen, dude, like, you know, I appreciate the hustle 100%, because he does seem like a hustler. He's putting shit on there. He's got like, I looked on like YouTube, right? No subscribers on there. It looks like he just saves the videos on there to put on like Teachable and some shit, and it's like, they're just like videos about the thing. And I looked at that and it's like, okay, you kind of put some things together that are very, it's like, imagine this. This is exactly what it is. Imagine a fucking 19-year-old Gary Vee. That's exactly what it, like, no, I'm not shitting on Gary Vee, because I learned a lot from him, but here's the difference. He's fucking 45 and he actually did shit. Like he worked really hard in his 20s and he was like learning a lot of stuff, and then he built companies. Like, I don't know the full history, so maybe he didn't like build the whole thing from scratch or whatever. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It sure sounds like he does. But what I'm saying is, like, I feel like this specifically, right? It's like motivation and mindset training and all this stuff. Like, it's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, scamming. Yeah, I feel that, George. Like, I just don't know. I don't even know how to proceed in a sense. Like, I'd like to talk to the dude, because I like to understand people, even in that sense. Like, what do they have going on, and what's going through their head? Because I genuinely don't understand sometimes. Because here's the biggest thing, okay? And here is where it kind of reinforced that I feel like I'm doing at least some shit the right way, okay? Every night I come on here and I do this, you know, totally free. Just, you know, follow me or whatever. You don't even need to follow me, whatever the fuck, right? And you can see this, right? If you care, you can see this. And I think there's some value in here. It's not branded as well as I'd like, you know, as far as what I'm talking about and shit like that. We're working on that. But the point is, I'm trying to put out a lot of content, put out a lot of value for nothing really in return right now, right? I don't think that you can't ask for money. Obviously, it's a fucking business. But here's the problem. When you're not established, like, here's the disconnect for me. If I was doing what he was doing, right? The thing that would go through my head is like, okay, I'm on the other end of this chat, right? Why the fuck would customer, potential client XYZ give a shit about me if they don't know who I am and all of my shit is behind a $500 paywall? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, you got to have some sort of brand recognition. Oh, geez. Brand recognition, or like some sort of brand awareness, some sort of, you know, people got to know who the fuck you are. And that's what I'm trying to do right now with all this stuff. So like, you know, those are the two things. And like, so content behind a paywall that I don't have access to anything to actually validate that you know what the fuck you're talking about. That's really like a red flag for me, because like, it's just a bunch of like weird motivational shit that doesn't make a lot of sense. And then easy to understand branding is a huge fucking hard to understand branding is a very big turnoff to me. Like, I love this site that I'm putting together that, again, is not done. But like this, I want to be like, I feel like everyone should have something like this if they want to be somebody that's like up, you know, I don't want to call myself necessarily an influencer, but I do actually like the term when it's used properly. But like like something like this where, again, not done, but somewhere where you can like this, like literally this thing right here. Like, okay, this is my site. You came here because you want to learn more about me, and this is literally everything I'm on. Like, you want to pick a favorite platform here, go find it, and go follow me on there or whatever. Like, this is just like, I just feel like this is validation of what the fuck you're signing up for, or who you're following, or like the information. And there's like obviously a bunch of other stuff on there, again, not done, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I know some good branding advice. And honestly, that's something that I would like to flip the script on this dude if I do talk to him and say, yo, listen, can we pump the brakes a little bit and like say, like, if you actually want to do this and you're serious and you don't want to like scam people, like, you should probably like kind of pivot a little bit and do something more like that, where you're like establishing like, I am person XYZ. I know ABC. Here's why you should listen to me. Something like that. I just feel like it's a better way to do shit, because like I said, there's no validation, there's nothing there, and that's kind of like what I feel like the advantage is. There's definitely disadvantages, because like there's no monetization. It's harder to get to monetization doing this type of stuff, but there's definitely a lot of advantages to posting stuff and information and value and stuff like that for free. I just feel like, I don't know. So that's my rant on that dude. But I'll update you if I talk to him. Let's just say that. But that's I mean, again, it just kind of like, it kind of gives me a little motivation to continue to do what I'm doing, because I feel like if I was on the other side of that, like I said, there would be more than enough information for somebody to go look and say, oh, okay, Mark Joseph Szymanski knows this and this. Here's what he's doing. Like, he like, you just validate the shit. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's like, I like sometimes, like, if you look at like, if you look at it, but I do think about it the other way. So like what I was going to say, like, if you look at MJS Industries here, right? Like, this is the parent company, and then like, this is the one company, this is the other company, this is the other company, this is the other company. I almost feel like kind of ridiculous as well here, because like, it's like, oh, this fucking 24-year-old has all this shit going. I mean, I do, but it's not fucking profitable right now. Like, there's not a lot going here. But they're all like foundationally laid, and everything is scaling. So that's just what I mean, is I just feel there needs to be some validation. You can't just like put shit out there like that's just like very wishy-washy and just hope, so maybe he's a scam artist. From what I've seen, it kind of seems like he's just kind of young in a sense. Like I said, he's literally probably in fucking college. And no shitting on young people, because, I do appreciate that, but, MJS Industries, boy, yeah. Yeah, I changed that. It used to be Mark Joseph Szymanski LLC. Don't ever do that. Don't ever fucking name a company directly after yourself. It will get so confusing. Don't do that. But yeah, so there's my rant on that. Played some hockey. Won a game, lost a game, whatever. And tomorrow's going to be a big day. So like I said, didn't really feel tremendous today. So I got to promote FBP tomorrow, the 5th episode of that. Got to do the whole process for AM and the PM by 3 p.m. That's going to be tough. I'm getting my exercise ball, like Georgie said. That should be good. It's a red boy, so that'll be cool. Go with the color scheme. I get pissed off at myself every single time I think about this corner of my room that you can't see obviously right now, other than just like the mic and shit, because like it's pretty cool, and I have yet to do a video on it. So I need to do that soon. Along with the podcast equipment, it's just a shit show. So one day I will get to that, because I do have a lot of pride in everything that I built here. So one day y'all will see that. Or maybe I'll just tour on the live stream one day. But no, I should definitely make a video. That would be good. I got to film FBP 56 actually tomorrow with our next guest. And this is actually kind of interesting. I want to talk about this for a second. So I need to do this really badly. Like I plan for the future a lot, and actually it's interesting because like a lot of people that I have that I've talked with recently on these podcasts and everything like that, there's some people that like totally live in the moment, and there's some people that like want to plan a little bit more, and I haven't actually heard anybody that like wants to plan like really far ahead or anything, but I actually have plans, like big plans, not like what I'm going to eat 2 years from now on fucking Sunday the 24th. Like bigger plans, like in 2021, like by the end of 2021, I want to move out of my parents' house. Like no bullshit, like absolutely happening. The year after that, I want to propose to Amanda. The year after that, I want to get married. And again, these are plans, okay? And because here's what happened. I'm trying to like assume the reaction here. When I say something like that, I feel like a lot of times people be like, oh, you can't plan out your life like that. Like, just fucking live in the moment. It's like, listen, bitch. Okay, like, yeah, I get that. But you got to have some sort of semblance of a fucking plan. Because if you don't know, like, if you don't have a little bit of an aim, you're never going to reach whatever the fuck you're going for, right? So I would highly recommend at least planning a little bit. I live every day to the fullest and every day, as to the maximum that I can. But, like, ultimately, like, I don't want to wake up when I'm 30 and be like, oh, fuck, we're not married yet. We're not, like, on the path to building a dream home. We're not on this, like, just have a fucking plan. I don't know why people think that. But anyway, doesn't matter if it's working for them. Perfect. But I like to plan at least somewhat and then change my plan if necessary. So finances, house goals, diet, and I'll just flip it over here so we can talk a little bit real quick. But, I need to do that actually with Amanda is really what I need to do. But I also want to do it kind of by myself, and then maybe like, we can combine some ideas and stuff. We have done it a little bit, but specifically with those 3 items, there's just a couple things that I thought of today. The house goals is probably the most like, I don't want to say like just, materialistic, right? Like I was in the shower and I was like, fuck, I would love like a seat in my shower. I want built-in things into the wall when so you can put the soap and shit on. I want a little, that little shower waterfall thing. I want little electronic fucking shower control thing so you can just hit the temperature and it's like easy because I hate like the knobs and shit like that. It just doesn't make any sense. So I would like that type of stuff. And I literally have a document that kind of goes over a lot of that. Which again, maybe is overkill, but I really do plan on building a house one day and I'd like to be somewhat prepared because that's a fucking huge process. I know people that have done it and it's not fun. So that is one thing. But that's down the line. That's probably 5-7 years. I don't know how many years, but something. The other 2 though are actually, I would say, pretty important. And I'm actually going to say that finances is the second most important. Finances, I need to literally check, like, if me and Amanda would move out tomorrow, like, could we survive? Like, I would love to see that, and try to, like, literally live as minimal as possible, because that's definitely something that I want to do, like, with the house goals and everything like that. That's a dream home. That is when we're making money, right? Like, that's not now. There's an interim period in there where we're going to be, like, renting and we're going to be working hard. So, I'm hoping for that. And like, the financial piece, like we don't need to be making a lot of money. We just need to be, making as much as possible, staying, afloat and comfortable, and then saving as much as possible, investing, doing all that sort of stuff. So that is something that I want to do, but I want to do it down to the number. Like literally, like if I could find, potential rent numbers and like utilities and all that sort of stuff, and like gauge like the incomes and see what bills would be like, just to get an estimate, because I also right now need to start really focusing on churning some of these things into actual profitability, right? So I can make a living when I leave this house. So the clock is ticking there, like I said, end of 2021. I'm thinking about all these things all the time. So we're doing that. This is the most important that I really need to fucking work on. I am not saying that my health and fitness is bad, but I'm saying that it's probably average to slightly above average and can get a lot better by my standards. Here's what I mean. I was thinking about this the other day. I think I get a lot of leeway because of things that I don't do. I never smoked. I never drank. I don't do anything like really crazy, as far as just any sort of health thing, like no drugs or anything like that. So like from actual health, pretty good. Mental health, even like not bad. Stress, but I'm doing things that I like, and just no other, crazy stuff. So health wise, pretty decent. I try to be, like I said, as healthy as possible, but exercise, let's talk about exercise too, and then we'll talk about the actual diet part. Exercise is pretty good. I should do more strength training, but I do play hockey. So again, like kind of, it's okay. I'd like to do more strength training and all that. The biggest problem with me is like food and diet. And the biggest contributing factor, and it's not to throw stones, but a big problem with it is that I do live in my parents' house right now, and there's just constantly junk in here. Like and it's my fault because nobody's fucking putting the food in my mouth, but it's just really annoying because when you can't, there's 2 parts to it, right? There's bringing it in the door, and then there's putting it in your mouth. right? I'm really not good at the second part. So if I just eliminated the fucking first part, it would probably be a lot better. Like, I genuinely think that if I just didn't bring shit into the house that was bad for me, right? And Amanda's on the same page here because we do the same thing. It's like, we like good food, but if it's not around, we're not going to eat it. You know, it's just kind of like that. And we also like to go out to eat. So I'm honestly experimenting with the idea, or just, again, kind of goes back to the finance thing. I know people that literally eat out every single meal, and normally like 2 meals a day. So like, I'll give you an example. Max Tuning, guy that does Ever Forward Apparel, look him up on YouTube. He's a fitness YouTuber and stuff, and he's a vlogger and stuff. He always goes out to eat, like, and he's always on the road. He's always doing, not really on the road, but he's always like making content. You know, he has 2 businesses, Sour Strips, Ever Forward. He's doing all this stuff, and that's kind of how I see my life, you know, sort of being. And he always eats out. Like, he literally says, like, he eats Chick-fil-A for lunch every day and Chipotle for dinner, right? And I would fucking love that, first of all, because I love both those places, and I would love to do that every single day. I think I could do that because there's only a couple meals that I really eat. Like, it's like I'm not picky because I will eat other things, but generally, like, if I had all to myself, it's like pizza, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A. It's not even specific restaurants. It's like specific meal types. It's like chicken or pizza or, you know, Italian food or, you know, like Japanese hibachi or sometimes Chinese. Not really a big fan. You know, so those types of things, like, you know, and I kind of just go back and forth in like different restaurants and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, it needs to be more refined. It needs to be less shit in the house. It needs to be less, you know, potential pitfalls, like with snacks and stupid shit that just doesn't need to be in there. And like, most of the time you eat it because you're not even fucking hungry, which is dumb. And then I honestly think that if there's just less food in the house, if I'm going to spend a lot of time in my house, then I'm not going to eat as much. And it's not like you go out to eat multiple times, like in a day, and like you might go 2 times. But what I'm saying is, like, if you stay at your house all day, you might eat 4 times, like just something 4 times, right? But if you go out, you're only going to go to a restaurant 1 time. You're going to eat it, and then you're going to be done most of the time. I don't know many people that go to Chipotle and then 20 minutes later go somewhere else, you know? So that's just kind of what I mean. I don't know financially if it's better, but I would honestly argue that probably diet-wise is probably better, depending on what you're getting, obviously, how much and all that. And then the other thing, though, is like finance-wise, I bet you it's probably close. Like, because how much does like groceries and all that stuff cost? And definitely time-wise, like, there's just so many factors, dude. You can't just roll it out, is what I'm saying. Like, I know people love to eat at home. If you have a family, yeah, you should probably try to eat together and all that sort of stuff. But in the interim between now and then, you know, it's honestly something that I'd love to literally just eat Chipotle every single day, just Chipotle, or, you know, whatever, like whatever meals, like, but like that. I'd like to experiment with that, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a different time now. We'll see what happens as we move forward. But like I said, that's kind of just things that I had on my mind. And yeah, so I'm tired as fuck. I need to go to sleep. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Looked like we had 6 at one point. That was dope. But long day today. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Try to do a lot of stuff, knock a lot of things out. Hopefully I feel a little better after my sleep. And yeah, regardless, I will update you guys tomorrow. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.